Yes, guys. Official underway. New day, new setting. Yeah. New day. Well, a new afternoon, then, if you want to say anything else. Yeah. Florida. Sun was out. See a couple people in them bearded suit and bathing, so you already know. Beach setting. Which is supposed to be lovely. You know, I had my feet running in the sun earlier, but...
Okay, intro. Before we get too much fun with this.
That's true. CN, take it away.
Yeah. CN there. Hit me up. Be on Instagram. Right now, I might be on the clouds. Facebook. Be a things.
All right, Jamaica's intro.
Cloud-based computing. All right, so I'll take it away.
Yeah.
A little laxated. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Donville. This is the OnePot Podcast, episode 1.
Yeah. Official.
Amen.
That's CN. Trev,
Here.
what you talking about?
Talking about everything.
Okay, Dennis, what you talking about?
We gonna get into the news. We're gonna dip into some Facebook stuff I seen, and
Seen a lot
I
of things,
definitely
man.
want to talk about this Infinity War though. What's
Ooh,
up?
I haven't
dog?
seen it yet, so we...
What?
Oh.
No
come
spoilers.
on, dog.
We gonna get into that, but
We can't get
Can't
into it
get
without
into that.
spoiling.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it for you.
it's that good, man. I heard it was really good.
It's very
That's
good.
an understatement.
Dang.
That
Yes.
movie was
Ruin
wild.
it for anybody.
Yeah, it's more than ruin it. It's an experience.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, please. You know, so we definitely want to make that a topic point, just so we can talk about that. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, Ali pulled up in the building, dog. That's all I gotta say.
Dang. But yeah, if you listen, damn, I just
That's
bumped
fine.
it all up. But anyways, if you're listening to this, this is episode 1 of the OnePot Podcast, and we're just gonna, talk about news, politics, a little bit of politics,
Yeah.
culture, pop culture.
Ooh, let's
Millennial
hit two
culture.
topics at once.
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about all types of
Bring
things,
up
from the
Kanye.
Caribbean, American perspective. We got Jamaica representing, we got Haiti representing,
Yeah.
Haiti,
Yeah.
Sapase, Nabule.
Yeah, cultural more than anything else. I want to make sure that.
representing in here too.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of Puerto
Haiti,
Rican
Nulawi.
connection.
I think I got
Representing that
Cuban.
too.
I think I got Cuban.
Where
in
are
my
you,
family.
Cuban?
Yeah,
Where?
Trump does have that Cuban
I have-
connection.
Well, I'm
Something in my
native.
blood.
I'm native to
Really?
Jamaica, and I got more
Yes, really,
roots.
my
So like
grandmother's-
like those people that say they're 2% Native Americans.
Well,
so they
this
identify
2%
with
is
the
Cuban.
tribes.
Hey,
So yeah, don't fight me on my.
Yo, you see,
I'm gonna need
That's
you to
how we
pull up
started.
Ancestry.com, bro.
no judging, no judging.
hey,
Just know what's in my blood.
I'm 1% Cherokee.
And
Y'all took my land.
yeah, because I can't wait to get to the sports section. There, I have a little girl that I think is going to take in the place by Storm. I want to talk about as well.
you talking about a soccer player or?
No, all right, guys. Just so you know, I love track and field.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah. So I want to make sure that, but I think she's going to take the world by storm.
Yo, let's talk about it then, yo.
Yeah,
Did they have some kind of track and field thing like last week?
Well, actually, no. Track and field don't ever stop. We're in track and field season, so every weekend there's going to be, Diamond League is officially started. So it's an outdoor event, which is where they go across about 12 or 13 different countries, and they participate throughout the year. And then it's like a points build, and then at the end, the person who accumulated the most of the points. So not seeing coming first is a big thing, but the little girl that I'm going to be talking about, she's young. She just turned 15 years old, and she's Jamaican. And right now, based on the time she ran as a 15-year-old, it's like it showed that track and field is going beyond where it's supposed to be, and it's going to get there without anybody taking any steroids or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to come from natural talent, because I want you to understand.
Shots fired.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
okay.
not even, I'm just saying it goes a long way, because for example, the fastest girls in the world right now is running, the best time is 10:70, right? Mm-hmm. And this season, no lady who's a professional athlete has broke the 11 second barrier.
Yeah.
So they run.
Sorry to cut you off. You're talking about like 100 meter, right?
Yeah, 100 meter, right? Just thank you for that, Daniel. Right? No female has broke the 11 second meter, and she's 15 years old, and she ran 11:13, which 11:13 for a girl at age when there's grown participating Olympic athletes who is barely making that time For you to break the 11-second barrier as a female, that means you're going to the finals in 100 meter. There's girls who represent their country, grown women in their 20s and 30s, trained their whole career, and is not running this time, and she's 15 years old. Right. So I'm just saying that, I mean, if she continues on this path, and things happen in track and field, you get hurt, injury. Yeah. You know, if you get injured any part, you know, that could change the whole outcome of her career. But for what she looks like right now, I think she's gonna be doing big things.
Where's she from?
Actually, she's Jamaican American, but she's going to be running to represent Jamaica. Yes. So her parents are Jamaican, but she actually lives in the United States of America, which she continuously participate. She did her personal best at the Carifta Games, which is actually when, you know, for youngsters, especially from the high school level, and high school level in America as well, they get to go outside and represent their country. But this event is mostly done by Caribbeans, you know, so it's somewhere like Trinidad, Guyana. It's very island wide. Right. But for her age group, she's done pretty good. And I mean, America does have a girl. She's a little bit older, but she's doing big things as well. I'm not going to take away. There's a girl called Candice Hill. Candice Hill is amazing. She's running 11:07, but she's 17 years old. Right. So you know, yeah, that's actually extremely good for a 17-year-old. So they're talking about if she works on her technique, which she has excellent technique, but just to get her start, she could actually be the new world record holder. All right. You know, but to see that there is people actually doing it the right way. You know, technology has come a long way. Health supplements has come a long way. Oh, yeah. People are getting exposed to vitamins and minerals that they weren't actually being exposed to, you know what I mean, in the 70s and 80s because of a cultural barrier. Like, oh, well, I'm not going to eat something from Atlanta, you know what I mean? When I come from California, and I was like, yo, where that Georgia peach at? Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. You know, let me get that. So that it's actually, that changes things. And for example, when you go boxing or fighting, you know, you want to be up in the mountains, there's low altitude. Yeah, so, you know, it's actually, they say it's better to train up there. And you have guys who's been training, you know what I mean, close to the equator. I mean, in the tropical region. Who has a whole body's getting another dynamic. So if you mix those two, you know, it comes to the whole thing.
I heard, like, if you're at the equator, I'm just talking about what I heard. I didn't do any research, but I heard if you're at the equator, you're actually getting a higher frequency vibration from the sun. Yeah. So like anything that's close by that equator, like you're on another level as far as what nature's doing to your body, you know. Yeah, and the Brazilians has proven that in different ways. Yeah, you know, true. Yeah, I mean, guys, there's a lot to talk about. As I said, there's some politics going on. I think. Let's get into it, man. Yeah, we don't got there's no timeline. Let's go.
But okay. See, this is episode 1, right? Yeah. We gotta talk about a certain person that someone in this room used to love. I don't know if you still love them.
I still got love. Anybody I used to love, I still
got love, right?
Always.
Yeah. Love just elevated.
So what are we talking about? I'm a little confused.
You're confused.
Yeah, we're gonna enlighten you.
You're confused.
You feel me? Matter of fact, he lives on the West Coast right now, along with his name. Yeah, you feel me? So we're gonna start with that one.
Mercy, me that Mercy Alago.
Kanye West.
Yes.
Does anyone got the tweets? I don't even use Twitter.
Oh, bruh, I'll find them.
Bring the data. Bring the stats.
I'm on it, Chief.
Got it, Coach.
Yeah, but, I mean,
I think this is like a conspiracy theory. That Charlemagne the God done messed all up. Because he's the one that started all this.
I think it's a plan by Kanye. How are you going to say those things and then have the picture of "Make America Great Again" hat on? The same day. Like you meant that.
The MAGA hat. Yeah. But I would say this. Kanye. I feel like Kanye is about to drop a new album.
He is. Yeah.
He's supposed to be dropping 2.
You see, that to me, that's publicity. But I mean,
of course,
Kanye West know what I'm doing. You know, Kanye West and the president have a lot in common. You know, they know how to utilize the media in the way that they need to be used.
Both Geminis.
Yeah. You know, both, two Geminis. So
they flip-flop, you know that.
Yeah, they feed off each other. Yeah.
It's like you never really on one side. It's like one day you're hot, next day you're cold.
Well, and look, guys, a lot of people think black people don't stand with Donald Trump. That's a lie. I can say sitting here, I can count on my hand. I got 10. Matter of fact, I got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, guys. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I can count on all 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, Black, African, and island people who supported Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Kanye West is speaking for people who don't want to speak. I mean, we may not all agree with it. Yeah. But Kanye know what he doing. Watch his album.
Is that? I take it.
Have you guys seen? Okay, yeah. So while Dance is pulling all this information up, this is what happened. Because the whole thing happened to where he supported the Make America Great Again, supported this crazy lady that we won't mention her name, and supported Donald Trump. And I just said nothing. I was like, okay, well, I'm not really here for the politics. I'm gonna leave it alone. Mm-hmm. But then last night,
what happened last night?
Last night, Kanye dropped some fire. Mm-hmm. He's got this new track called "Ye versus the People," where he's rapping back and forth with T.I., talking about his views, and T.I. is like trying to spit that knowledge to him, but he's coming back at him like, "Yo, I'm just being me. Like, you can't. How you gonna question me when I'm the one that made College Dropout? Like,
here's a whole.
I'm the one. Like, Ye's the one that brought consciousness to hip hop when it wasn't cool.
No, you can't say that. Most Def. We can talk about Most Def and Talib Kweli. You have to go back.
It wasn't cool though. They were backpack rappers.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Kanye
college
was the one that like took it to a whole nother level. Like, he made it cool for white kids.
No, dog.
For moms to be listening.
No, dog. Because if Public Enemy here, you make that comment down for them to feel away.
But it wasn't cool.
Yeah, I'm talking about
to us, it was great, but to white people,
that's true. That's true.
They wasn't listening to like. I love Mos Def. Talib Kweli, one my favorites.
Yeah,
but not everybody was listening.
I mean,
but
who do you say would have been easier to listen to for the masses between Kanye and Lupe Fiasco? Because I think Lupe catered more to everybody more than Kanye did. Because when Kanye first was dropping, N-bomb away, dog. Yeah, like he was more tailored to the African American movement, like as far as everything goes, and then it became everybody. Lupe, in that regard, was for everybody. Yeah. But you feel me? Like, Kanye was more tailored just to us at the beginning.
Yeah,
and then he branched out. So
and I want you guys to remember it's
hard left.
But Kanye controversy came in different things. I mean, we're talking about consciousness, but it's based on his current event. I mean, his timing there was always something that led to him speaking out. You feel me?
You talking about right now?
Yeah, he's to me, and that's what it is. Kanye is a now artist. Like, he wasn't bringing up history majority in his music. He would talk about what's current. Yeah. So he said current events is what he's on, which was different. So I mean, yes, matter of fact, he's not the only rapper that rapped about current events, but his portrayal was different. I liked his portrayal. His portrayal was beyond. And I must say this: Kanye is smart because majority of the people, black people, don't buy CDs.
Nobody buys CDs.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say Downville. You buying songs on iTunes?
Player, my car got dust in it.
I have, like most people, I have a subscription.
You have a subscription, right?
No one's buying music anymore.
But majority of the people who's doing subscription right now, Downville, are white people. So Kanye is smart.
What are white people doing?
They're the one who's going to be supporting Kanye right now. I want you to listen. Most people who listen to trap music right now are white people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They be surprising me. They be telling me about tracks that I've never even heard before.
See, I mean, you got to differentiate, dog, because like there's SoundCloud stuff, and then you got.
But SoundCloud's free.
Shoot, I had a white girl run upon me listen to 6ix9ine.
The white people that he's talking about, they listen to most.
You hear me? Not saying I'm hating on 6ix9ine's music, but I mean this is the South.
I suggest you to hate on 6ix9ine.
No, but I'm just saying. No, but I mean he's doing his thing. All right, look, damn to be different. You know, granted, we got age on us right now, but the artists that we were listening to back in the day in our time, people was like, yo, matter of fact, people in their 30s were looking at 50 Cent like, you really listen to 50 Cent? He ain't teach you anything.
I don't know, man. There was a lot of others. Like, 50 Cent was big.
Yo, I'm just trying. Classic, saying,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like we're getting to that point. We're looking at the younger generation as what it is. I mean, I don't agree with the music that they're putting out right now, but I'm not at an age where I can say it appeals to me.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
See, but did the music really appeal to any of us while we were growing up?
I mean, no.
Some
For me,
people that were living that life, but not everybody.
Yeah.
I know I love Get Rich or Die Trying, but it would take a lot for me to kick somebody's door open or shoot up their car. And it sounded like that's something like where it was tailored like on site. Trap music, moving bricks, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, it's
going to take a lot for me to do that too. But that's people's lifestyle and stuff like that. I still love it, but I'm not out there doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like Jeezy, psh,
Jeezy's first album was fire though.
That quarter block.
When it comes to music, you don't listen to it because it relates directly to what you're going through right now in your life. You listen to it, and it's fun because you could vicariously live through somebody that sold drugs and did all these crazy things.
Exactly.
Like, wow, I would never do that, but wow, that sounds lit.
Yeah,
perfect example. Example was when M made Stan.
Yeah,
like
Stan was a good track.
You don't have people sitting there like, I put that dude in the trunk last week. That's crazy. Like,
Stan was that track though. Stan was that track. That was the real life.
Yeah, what Donville was saying is right though. You're living vicariously through the story that's presented. Nowadays, it's pretty much just party tracks. Like
that's the thing though. Like
on mainstream,
as you mature and as you get older, you are comfortable in your own skin. So it's like, I personally don't need to live vicariously through Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
totally not what I want to be down with. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I made my life.
When you look at 18, 19-year-olds, they still want to live vicariously through whatever looks cool. And if they see some crazy dude with rainbow hair walking around with all this gold and bling on and nobody can touch him, they're like, hey, I want to be that guy.
No one can touch me in a certain neighborhood.
When it comes to what he's doing, you do what you want with your own money. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's how you want to flex, do what you got to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Because Dennis Rodman was doing the same stuff running around. And like, everybody was like, you know what? He still plays good basketball. Leave him alone. Oh, wedding dress, dog. What you doing? But you alright though. Like, and then he went and met with Kim Jong-un, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
You know, the record is he said Jordan never talked to him in the locker room.
Wow. I believe it.
Yeah.
Are we more against Jordan on that or Rodman on that?
No, I think he goes both ways.
Jordan on that. I mean Rodman was an incredible player.
It goes both ways.
Like, when it comes to defense, like, that man, he was number one.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still,
I want you to remember, Rodman came from Detroit. Rodman had a ring before he came to Chicago.
That golden era of Detroit. They had like 3 in a row, right?
I think they had like 2.
2 in a row?
Yeah.
Yo, I remember when he hit that camera dude in the face and got suspended, dog. Like, it was like the whole thing was an accident. That boy snapped. But, like, I mean, as far as, like, them in the locker room and stuff like that, you could go to work every day and not talk to the person sitting next to you. At the end of the day, you still get your check. So
that's what Jordan felt. He was like, on the court, we were good. He's like, when I go to the locker, I ain't got nothing to say to him.
Exactly.
It's like, we good. He show up and play ball. We can get this ring.
Like, all right,
you gonna pass me the ball, right? You're gonna get that rebound, right? All right, bet. That's it.
Get the rebound and throw me the ball.
So back to Kanye thing. So, like, honestly, Kanye knows what he's doing.
Kanye knows.
And when his album drops June 1st, everybody's gonna listen.
They're gonna listen to it. Regardless.
Everybody's gonna like it.
Because everyone's
it's gonna be, it's gonna,
I don't know about everybody's gonna like
this one. I have a feeling it's gonna be fire. Like it's gonna be something serious.
See, that's what everybody was saying about Jesus, and I thought Jesus was.
Here's another crazy thing. He came out with another track last night called "Lift Yourself Up."
All this happened last night. See, we focus on Infinity War. Okay,
he trolled everybody.
Yeah,
you know what he's doing.
You listen to it?
No, I was Infinity War.
So basically, he tweets. He's like, I got this new track, and Ebro, he had a thing with Ebro. Right. He's like, Ebro's gonna think it's fire because I'm coming with bars. So everybody's like, what? So he puts up the link on his website, like to click on it. Yeah. You click on it. He's got a sample, old school sample. Yeah. Sounds like some college dropout fire stuff, right? So he goes like 2 minutes into the song, and all you're hearing is like this dope like sample mixed with a little bit of house stuff. And it's like, okay. When's he gonna spit a verse? So then on the last portion of the song, he starts hyping up like, yo, His next verse though is about to be crazy. So then he just says he just like goes into this crazy thing where he's like
kind of like a fool about to you for
yeah.
Seriously?
He did that like master of the trolls.
See, he probably wanted to see how many people was watching him.
Yo, everybody's watching him. And he trolled. He basically made a track be like, yo, I'm laughing at you. Why you doing all this talking?
But you still
I'm
listening.
sitting here laughing.
And look, everybody who who listened to that track gave him hits.
Yeah.
So if he has 1 million people who went to go to listen to clicking that hits, he already made money off just nothing.
Off a track that he's probably not even gonna put out. He's like, oh, that was just for jokes.
Gotcha.
He had posted a message between him and John Legend.
Oh, I heard about that.
So like I'm gonna read what it says right quick. All right, so John came in and said, "Hey, it's JL. I hope you'll reconsider aligning yourself with Trump. You're way too powerful and influential to endorse who he is and what he stands for. As you know, what you say really means to your fans. They are loyal to you and respect your opinions. So many people who love you feel so betrayed right now because they know the harm that Trump's policies cause, especially to the people of color. Don't let this be a part of your legacy. You're the greatest artist of our generation." And then Kanye responds, "I love you, John, and I appreciate your thoughts. You're bringing up my fans or my legacy is a tactic based on fear used to manipulate my free thought." Now, as far as where he's going with that, I can respect the fact that he's standing by his own ideals. I can respect the fact that he's standing by his own ideals, but I also see what John's saying. Like, you built yourself this empire, and it's like playing Jenga. You could build it up as high as you possibly can, but you take out the right piece from the bottom, and the whole thing's gonna fall on itself.
Yeah.
This is the thing about life. Like, yo, we build, destroy, and build again.
Yeah,
like,
but
the thing about building is that it's fun to build and be successful in life, but why are you going to be captured by that success? Like, if something happens and you fail, hey, I already did it before, so why can't I do it again?
Yo, as I said again, the marketed scheme of this right here is perfect.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as bad they say, more black people's in poverty, right? Yeah. Black people.
They say that, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're heavily in poverty. I mean, white people is buying Kanye's music, and for the ones who weren't buying it before, they're buying it now. Right. It's like Nintendo. You know why Nintendo keep making kiddie games? Because you're the only console that's doing it.
True.
You feel me?
Kids.
I mean, somebody got to make the kids.
But this is a bigger thing to it. Like, I mean, the whole thing about John Legend getting in and talking, like, it just seems kind of whack. Like, it's, at the end of the day, like, how are you aligning yourself with someone's agendas when they're already president? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's campaigning.
See, when it comes to that,
I mean, I'm talking about Trump. Like, Trump is not campaigning right now.
He is.
Trump is the president of the United States.
That's fine, but no, Donovan, he started campaigning. He already started campaigning for 2020.
Wasn't that like days after he got elected? He started campaigning.
He started campaigning already.
Like an official campaign.
Yeah, he's campaigning already. He's campaigning for 2020. Believe me.
But I'm talking about him being president now, though. Like, he is the president.
He's trying to make sure he stays for 8 years.
He's trying to make sure he stays, and it's not even that. Like, as I said, for whatever black audience that Kanye has, that, as I said, a strong supporter, Donville. It just supports President Trump even more. For the ones who's like, yo, if Kanye is with Trump, I'm with Trump. He's gained that. That's what is in it for Trump.
That is a gain, but I mean, we gotta looking past that. There's a bigger picture that's at hand, and that's the whole fact that in this last, I'm just gonna be very blunt. In this past election, I could not vote for Hillary. I could not.
Okay.
So you know what I did? I said, forget it. I'm not voting for anybody.
I didn't say anything.
What we got was garbage.
Yeah.
We got no promises. We got no type of plan for the black community. We got nothing directly pointing to black Americans and black people of color in general.
I mean,
so
we did.
With that being said, how can we come back and compare and be like, Trump's agenda, when no one's offering any type of solution.
See, but
we had solution. We had Bernie Sanders. We didn't take it.
Okay,
he got plotted out.
Bernie got outed by his own party.
He got plotted out. Like they set him up.
Yeah, that whole thing came out, and you know what I'm saying. They basically said, "Forget, Bernie, we're not gonna have you. We're forcing Hillary on people."
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. It feels like there was somebody in the Democratic spot leaking information to the Republicans.
Of course.
I'm just saying. It's like, it's like somebody had computer access back there.
Yeah.
Who was raping them hard? Was looking for every juice that they could find to feed it. Because I want you to understand everything that Hillary did under the table.
Yeah.
Everything, regardless of whatever ties Trump did, but Hillary did on the table, got outed.
Blanket in the wind, dog.
Yeah,
she was on the clothesline.
So I mentioned King. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Like to touch back on the Kanye thing, it goes back to that one statement that you usually say. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, like, he can go run around and do whatever he wants, support whoever he wants, stuff like that. Like, when he was sitting there and he had the Confederate flag on his jacket, and he's like, "Oh, when I hate something, I make it mine." Everybody was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" They let him wild out for a little bit, and then he just went back to being Kanye for them. Yeah. At the end of the day, let's say all that stuff, like, implodes or whatever, and he's still Donald Trump's friend.
Yeah,
you're still friends with one of the most powerful people on the planet, one of the richest people that we know of, and stuff like that. And on top of that, I think wasn't he the one that was like supporting him when his business was going under and stuff like that? Man, if that's your boy, like,
everybody supported Donald Trump, from Diddy, Oprah, everybody loved Trump. But when he said, "Yo, I'm a Republican, these are my people," everybody was like, "Nah."
See, but you gotta be ready for that type of crossfire, though. Like look at what happened with Obama. Obama was a man of the people, and they still shot shots at him.
Of course,
they even try to go after his wife.
No, but you see, say that
it's crazy. Like,
you see, to me, Kanye being friends with Trump is when Jay-Z was friends with Obama. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's my turn now.
That's a good parallel. Because, Jay-Z was still is real cool with Obama. Yeah.
Guys, let me get your
There was a lot of people that was cool with Obama, though. Like, there were people that would go over there and just play ball with him. Like,
but not no hip-hop rappers, though. Like,
Kendrick was over there a couple of times.
But he wasn't, like, spitting rap verses about how cool he was cool with Obama and how he... Obama
but do you really need to, though? Like,
yeah, you kind of do.
Not necessarily, because, like, I mean,
to
even
get
if
the young people,
like, the fact that, like, Obama's, like, dinners and stuff like that, the fact that you got to see that at that table, and you know you got to see that at that table, they can say anything to you. Like, you don't have to hype that up. Like, you already made a name for yourself. You don't have to jump off with somebody else to make yours bigger. You feel me? Like, you're already good.
In the context of this whole parallel thing between Kanye and Jay-Z, we know that though they are, two big hip-hop artists, they are kind of contrast of each other. Yeah. Jay-Z's a little more cool, relaxed, calm. He's more calculated. Kanye's more just, whatever. He says what's on his mind. And same thing with Obama and Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump is very, I'm going to say whatever was on mind. Obama's like, I'm reserved. I'm going to play cool. I'm going to be a smart man, just not say nothing right now. So, I mean, that's a very good point you brought up, Steve, the whole contrast between those two. And I'm
friends with one, friends with the other.
Oh, yeah. But to go back, so let's go back to this whole, because I mentioned Cambridge Analytica. And it kind of, the reason that I'm not really, like, just going all into this stuff is because I'm kind of stepping back and I'm seeing, like, what's going on. Now, with Cambridge Analytica, basically they took information from Facebook users.
Yeah.
Like, those.
Oh, yeah. That is crazy.
That was on about, hey, what kind of endangered species are you? There's some crazy surveys on Facebook where people just go through and answer questions like, oh, you're
those very annoying ones.
Half zebra and half donkey. You know what I'm saying? Like, some crazy random stuff. And nobody really, it was like, oh, it's funny, it's cool, whatever, I'm going to post it up. But no one really knew, like, what was being done with that information. Apparently, Cambridge Analytica was taking that information and gathering it and then there would not just your information, but they would gather through that app. They would have access to all of your friends' information. Mm-hmm. So like your friends' marital status, where they went to high school, their location, you know, if they're married. We already said that, but all types of generic information that's on Facebook.
Yeah, and be
able to pull that information together.
Yeah.
And then what the Trump campaign did was they went to Facebook, they went to Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah.
Got together and said, hey, how can we, you know, make this in our favor? And they said, hey, we're gonna push out these, you know, fake groups that's gonna appeal to what people, because we know like what people are gonna react to now because they have all this information on them, and then all this data science, data analysis, and all that. And now we know how they're gonna react. So all we gotta do, instead of waiting for them to react, let's force the reaction. So it's like somebody, it's like in the heat of all this Black Lives Matter, all this thing, the stuff that's going on. Let's say a cop comes up to me and he treats me like somebody I seen on the video that's about to get shot. I'm gonna freak out because I've seen that already. Yeah. So with him, if he already knows that, he can easily just walk me into that fire easily. So that's basically what they did to the American people, where it was like they made all these fake black groups, and then they made like all these counter groups where it's like, oh, we got a fake Black Lives Matter group. Oh, we got this fake conservative group that's against the stuff that this fake group is posting. So they just like basically pit Americans against each other, and whoever had the most people, which of course was conservative America, would win. So looking at that and looking at what's going on now, it's like my thing is like right now, Facebook's algorithm. I know some people have mentioned it before, but a lot of people don't know. Like Facebook's algorithm is very, 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 very complex. And let's say we go on our Facebooks right now, us four, our feed is going to be very similar. But let's say we go to some old white lady's Facebook, right? We're gonna see stuff that we've never seen on Facebook. Yeah,
because we never liked
crazy.
it. We never watched it.
It's like I don't want to just like that's the thing. Like I don't want to just go on Facebook to see like generic stuff about black people. Like I want to see what's really going on in the world.
Yeah, right.
Like that's not the real world. Just seeing everybody that thinks and breathes and thinks just like you.
Yeah, the amount of power.
I want to see what Johnny's doing down the street.
Yeah.
That's my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, like, for the algorithm thing, like you said, it depends on whose posts you end up liking.
Yeah.
It's not even likes.
What you end up looking at. Like, especially.
It's just views. Like, you like, I could go on someone's page and not even like it. But just the fact that I'm looking at it, it captures that.
Yo,
like,
the thing that gets me is when I go on Amazon.
But Instagram definitely does it.
Yeah, when I go on, like, Amazon or anything like that, and I'll go look at something, I'm like, you know what? I want this airbrush. No, let me put it in my little favorites thing or whatever. Yeah.
You go on Facebook, it's already
20
there.
Minutes later, and you know how it has that little ad bar? Everything that you looked at for the entire day that you wanted is in that bar.
Amazon is creepy because I don't even add stuff to my cart. Like, I'll just go to Amazon and just look at stuff. Not even add to my cart. Nothing. Just look, click.
Your car's guru did that to me.
Email. Yeah. Like, not even right away. They'll wait like a couple days later. Like, hey, Donald, we noticed you were looking at these computers. Are you still interested in purchasing one? I'm like,
that's when you gonna get that phone call from like,
no,
it's just gonna be a letter A that pops up on your phone.
I look at a couple cars,
that watch or not.
Out of the blue, all the cars that I look at is right there. Car Guru is on Facebook.
It's crazy.
Say, don't forget this. We want you to buy it.
It's creepy.
So when you see you looking for this car, it's right here.
Like, my thing is like, man, yo, how do we break the system? Because like, this is not right. You know what I mean? Like,
because Facebook has access to your search history. Because you see when you put the app on your phone, the messenger on your phone, and it tells you it needs access to your pictures and stuff like that, your data. Everybody hits yes.
You have to.
And exactly. If you don't hit yes, you can't download it, right? Yeah. But then you're stuck with it. Do I want to be left out of the Facebook group, or do I want to be in it? And you're like, oh well, all my friends are on Facebook. Go ahead. I really don't care.
Friends, family on Facebook. Yeah. Why not?
My thing is like, I want to be part of the Facebook group, but just I don't want to be. It's like being stereotyped. Like I'm being stereotyped by Facebook.
Yeah.
Because of course, like Facebook is basically saying Donville Tomlinson, you're only part of this portion of our platform because we feel that you'll like this.
And that's what the guy from
It's like, yo, what if I don't like that? Like,
and you said Donville, that's what the guy from Cambridge did say. He did say that. Look, Facebook is blowing the flag right now because the eyebrow got raised of how they got the information, and he's like, everybody's over there doing it. It's like a free for all in Facebook. Like your information is like a WWE championship. You know what I mean? Who's gonna become the number one contender? And there's like 100 people there just taking the information. Like who can use it the best?
It's like, oh yeah, he's a young black African American. Send them World Star videos.
Yeah. Come on.
No, that's real.
I have to go in and like say I don't want to ever see this stuff again. Like it's some just crazy stuff they post them. I'm like, what is this? Like it's on my feed. I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. I'm like, why do I get these things? You know?
Yeah.
You know this, and it's not just because such and such is my friend. It's like they're purposely pushing this stuff to our feeds, and that's scary to me.
It's more than scary.
It is, man.
You know, because the information, it just shows you how your information get tossed around. I worked at a call center a couple years ago, and that's what their thing was. It's like they sell you one thing to sell you something else.
You don't even know.
And you wouldn't even know. Like you're calling in, and then they make you give all the information, your name, your address, all that good stuff, right? Like you're gonna buy something, and they go, "Oh, it costs $20," and you're like, "Oh, well, I don't want it no more." Okay, good, but you still have to hit save.
So you're saving all that information.
That information.
Yep.
You may not buy nothing, but I got what I need out of you. You gave me something for free that I didn't have to pay for.
When you look at Google, you look at Facebook, they said it themselves. Like, think of a company like Google. Huge company. They have search engines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing thing. It's amazing stuff. The technologies they bought, even purchased from other companies. Amazing. Yeah. But their revenue comes mainly from ads. And ads deal directly with your personal information. Yep. Directly. That's the only input source. Your personal information. And based on that, they spit out whatever ads directed straight to you. And they're making money. They're making billions of dollars off of that.
I mean, it's crazy to show where Google is now, where Yahoo came from, because Yahoo felt like they're the first payway. Well, one of the first, and then Yahoo's. No one really even use Yahoo anymore.
Nope. I forgot. They got bought up by someone.
It wasn't AOL.
No, because AOL got bought out by like NBC, I think.
Oh.
It was. I think AOL got bought out by some big company, like either NBC or like Comcast or one of these big companies. Mm-hmm. And then Yahoo recently got bought out because they were about to go bankrupt.
Okay.
And mind you, we don't have facts for any of this stuff, but I believe.
No, I mean
the news reports.
It's all fiction, guys. Just so we know that.
Yeah.
It's a fictional tale.
What is that?
Man, let's get on something more positive.
Yeah,
man.
what is that?
What you got
is that positive?
Is this positive?
Yeah, I already see white people on it. I don't know if that's.
Yo, hey guys, look.
Y'all know I like to peruse on Facebook.
Life hack, guys.
Life hack, what's up?
If you got carpet in your house and you're doing your things with your ladies, get long socks. Life hack.
All right.
Believe me, I
understand.
Believe me that you'll thank me later.
I agree with you. I understand what you mean.
Yo, to the point where I had to try, like, do you know the socks you get at the bounce houses? The
ones with traction.
With traction, right? Yeah. I use those as ankle socks. Those are good. Yeah. But the long socks is. Right. Believe me,
shout outs to the long socks.
Yo, shout out to long socks on the whole. Believe me, I even had to get a cosign. I could go ahead and use this, and he was like, man, for real, I'm supporting long socks.
All right, I've been rocking long socks, man. I rock the all black ones.
No, life changing experience, dog.
All right, you got all blacks. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, dog.
It's okay. It's okay.
You will learn one day.
Yeah, you will learn one day. Matter of fact, after the podcast, I'll give you a more definite use how it works.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
What's new with the news, Dennis?
Y'all know I like browsing my Facebook for stuff that catches my eye. This specific thing caught my eye yesterday, and I want to know what y'all think about it. It's somebody threw up this post, and it said, "Why do so many white people speak non-white languages? Cultural appropriation is a real issue, okay? One of the worst cases of this is the realm of the second languages. Caucasians love to appropriate cultures, although through language, as a way to intrude on the lives of those who might not speak their language. It seems fun or interesting. Spanish is another issue, and Tumblr had this debate before. You see so many white kids at high school or college who are proud to be able to speak Spanish. Why not speak a European language like German instead of appropriating the cultures of minorities?
Well, it's cultural appropriation inception, y'all.
Yeah, it's like from the way that I feel about that is, I mean, Spanish is spoken a lot around the U.S. and stuff like that.
Because Spaniards conquered everything.
Exactly.
Spain is in Europe.
Shout out to the Inquisition.
Yes.
Shout out to the Inquisition.
Spain is located in Europe.
Yeah.
And Spanish is actually a European language.
Yeah.
Even though like you got people that speak a different like variation of Spanish, it's still like similar in some ways. Like from what I've heard anyway. So as far as learning that, you got a lot of people like to travel to Mexico. You got people that want to travel to Cuba and stuff like that. So it just makes it a little bit easier for them. And at the same time, when you're sitting there and you're, applying for jobs and stuff, you have a higher chance of getting hired if you know Spanish. And stuff like that. So
especially with us living in Florida.
Well, I mean, when you live in the state of Florida, I mean, when you leave Florida, Dennis, that barrier, because as crazy as it sounds, I spoke to a white guy, and I'm a Caucasian guy a couple years ago. Let me be
you can say whatever you want to feel.
But he basically said that.
Colonizer.
Colonizer. He said that he's not gonna live south of West Palm Beach. Like if he has to live south of West Palm Beach, he wouldn't do it because you literally on an application you have to put that you know Spanish, and he don't speak Spanish. I mean. A couple years ago in Melbourne, when I first started looking at an application, that Spanish thing wasn't there. Now it's popped up more.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah. It's just to show you that it's becoming diverse. But I mean, not to say anything against Spanish people, but language as a whole. I feel like if you go to another country, you should take the time to learn their language and their culture. You feel me?
And that goes back to what they were saying at the end of that post, like how Don said we live in Florida. Like, learning Spanish, like, it makes it a little bit easier to go around, especially if you go to South Florida.
Yeah.
What the hell do I need to know German for?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to learn German, and I'm just going to wait for the opportune moment to speak to somebody.
If I remember it.
Guten Tag. Oh, yeah! Yo! Like, yo, come on. Like,
here's the cool thing. Like, I've had that same mindset on that. But here's the cool thing that I've never heard before. And this lady told me, I was like, what? I was like, that kind of makes sense. She was talking about like all these different languages that she knows. She was like Portuguese and how she's studying Mandarin and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever suits you. Mm-hmm. But then like she was speaking Spanish and like I was just there. She was talking to somebody else and I was just there and she's like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I kind of do understand what you're saying. And she's like, yeah, you have like that intuition. And I was like, yeah, I kind of do. Because like even when people speak other languages, like I still kind of know.
It's still tell.
Feel the vibe.
I feel like
it's the mannerisms.
Yeah, what they're saying. So I mean, I like really pay attention to that stuff. And she's like, yeah, you should really just for your own sake, just learn the different languages because it's gonna raise that intuition that you have, and it's just better off for you personally. And I was like, wow, that does make sense. Like, it's not just about learning, hey, this word means this, but understanding people on a global scale, and that kind of links to the whole traveling thing. Like when you travel, you're just able to. It's like the world gets smaller for you.
Right.
Like you got this huge world, but it all kind of gets smaller because you realize, like, hey, even if this person is like on the other side of the world and they speak a different language, different culture, but I'm able to relate to them, it's like we're all human. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Yeah,
and that just brings everything back into perspective.
You take a look at how many avenues open up for you at the same time. Like, let's say, like, Mandarin and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You have people that where if you can't interact with them, they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah,
because all you're doing is you're a hindrance on them. They don't have to learn your language. You have to learn theirs because you want to do business with them. So, like, it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for them. And you're opening up pockets for yourself. You wanna outsource to Japan? Learn Japanese. You want to outsource to China? Learn Chinese. There's not a guarantee that like you'll be able to do it, but at the same time, you might find somebody that'll be like, "Oh, okay,
and they see
I
the
can
effort.
do business here." Yeah, exactly. They know you're serious because you're not just bringing a translator to go and talk to them. Because some people find that to be disrespectful. So,
especially with nowadays with the apps, like like some people are cool. Especially like I could see like younger people being cool with the whole translating app, but I could never see some older folks like, yo,
yeah,
what are
like
you doing?
you pull that little thing out of your pocket, and you record your voice, and you hold it in their direction, and then they speak back, and all you hear back through the little device is "lazy American."
Facts.
But it kind of goes back into even our situation, like being in America. It's like I just don't jump out speaking patois, like.
I know, I'm talking to them regardless.
I speak English, you know what I'm saying?
I give them a little bit of both.
Of course, yeah, you give them, but I like, for me at least, I let it out more around my friends that I know y'all can relate. If I'm speaking to, white Americans, even some black Americans, I'm just going to speak like where they can easily understand me.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Just for the listeners out there, I learned this a long time ago because I am Haitian. It is patois, not Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jamaican.
It's Creole, not Haitian.
Thank you.
Oh, you speak Jamaican?
Yeah, Creole got the same thing as French.
I love Bob Marley.
Oh man.
That one. And then oh, you speak. Oh, you're Haitian, yo, not boule, like that.
That's the only thing.
Like like it happens a lot, and then I feel bad for y'all because like every time y'all say like y'all are Jamaican or anything like that,
say something in Jamaican.
Oh, so you like listen to dance hall and smoke weed, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yo, all day, dog.
Jamaicans have a bobsled team.
Cool Runnings was my favorite movie.
Yeah. Like,
I actually heard somebody say that too. And I turned around and I looked, and I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
Awkward.
It's like, "Oh, you're black? Oh man, I got a 4K color TV in my."
I'll be telling them, look. I'm
just saying, like, there's some stuff that just doesn't need to be said.
Oh man.
I'll be telling them, I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. I'm like, I'm confused.
Good.
I thought black people are Jamaicans. No.
What?
No.
That is so confusing.
That's as long as when you say you're American, I automatically think you're Indian.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the question. So, two of you are born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
The motherland of my bloodline,
Ancestors.
I guess. Yeah, sure. Right? So, what do y'all consider
Don't forget you're part
me?
Cuban.
Shut up.
You're Jamaican, Joe.
I almost cuss on it.
Well, I mean, culture-wise, it would depend on what part of your culture you grew up around.
I mean, I grew up around
Jamaicans.
Jamaican food, Jamaican music, Jamaican people.
So you'd be more Jamaican.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah, you'd be
that's
more.
The thing. Is it an ethnicity?
I mean, Trev, it would be
Jamaican.
a lot in Jamaica. People call you a Jamaican because it's like a Jamaican American.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school in Jamaica, that's what we used to call the kids them like who was born in America.
Yeah.
And their parents shipped them down to go to school for a little bit, and they'll be there for like 1 or 2 years.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
So we used to call them a Jamaican because that's basically what it comes off as.
Yeah.
But the reason why I said that you're more Jamaican than American because if you grew up and hang around more the American culture, and I've met black Americans who said, "Oh yeah, my family's Jamaican, my pops is Jamaican," but all they know is the American side. They're more American, but you basically know all your Jamaican side. You actually can't. There's nothing you can identify with yourself as an American that you can say you do.
Yeah.
That American does, other than from the fact that you were born in this country.
I remember this one teacher from BCC. Oh, what's her name?
Dorothy McCalla.
McCalla.
Shout out to Dorothy
I would like to
McCalla.
do an interview with her too.
Yes, I think she went to Howard University. She went to HBCU, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that education paid off. She was a tough teacher, and not tough as far as just being mean, but like tough as far as like what she knew.
Yeah.
This lady knew her stuff. I'm pretty sure she still knows her stuff, but like when it comes to like African American studies, she let you have it.
But I remember when
power.
one class I had with her humanities, and she asked What's the struggle you go through? Because you're technically not African American, but you're born here and you are raised by Jamaicans, so you can't fill out the sheet saying, "Oh, I am Caribbean American." There's no Caribbean American on FCATs.
No, you put other.
Oh, I guess I should have been putting other.
Even if, because let's put it this way, okay, and the only thing that messes us up is the way we look. To be honest,
yeah.
Because if you have an Asian come to America, they easily say, "Okay, oh, of course I'm Asian."
Yeah,
it's right there, Asian.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But there's nothing to say you're. Even for Africans, you know, I'm pretty sure that's confused. There's nothing that says African. We just have to hit
says
other.
What is it? Black and or African American.
And it's like, to be honest, black is everywhere.
No, and it's funny because you know how crazy that sounds. Everywhere. I have one of my supervisors, Travis. He's a white South African.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, so you ask him, like, what do you feel? And he's like, the fact that everybody thinks that because I'm white, I shouldn't be. See, I'm from Africa. He doesn't even. His English is South African. Like when he talks, certain things I'll be like, he'll say "saw." Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he can't even pronounce the word "solder" based on the fact that he was from Africa.
The dialect, yeah.
Yeah, his dialect.
Yeah, so he's technically African.
So in that regards, let's say you have somebody that's from the Dominican Republic, and as you know, there are Dominicans that are black. What would they fill in?
They were Morena. That's what they call them.
I don't know.
That one's getting confusing.
It's very confusing because aren't Americans just black?
Don't say that to them.
No, it's true. Because if you go to St. Elizabeth in Jamaica, Dennis, Churchill Beach, it's nothing but white people. And when they talk to you, you be like, you're from here?
Even like, you know, Chinese people in Jamaica, like,
that's the one that caught me.
I'm gonna tell you this, crazy as hell. White people have a different claim than the Chinese because the Chinese just flew in. The Germans actually, after World War II, they were running away from war, right? And they had one of their ships ended up on the coast of St. Elizabeth. And that's their dynamics for why there's white people. So it's Germans.
These were Germans?
Germans.
Like Germans on the other side?
Yeah, like, Germans showed up. And Germans actually showed up in another place too. They showed up, I think, in Argentina, if it wasn't Argentina or one of those countries there. Wow. And that's what they say where Adolf Hitler actually died. Like, he actually died of old age there. Like, he didn't really take cyanide.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of mystery behind it.
No, well, it's not that. Adolf Hitler was known for having body doubles.
Yeah.
He was like one of the first presidents to be like, yo, I got like 3 or 4 body doubles, dog. Like, come at me. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Paranoid too.
Like, they have pictures of him being there, being in somewhere inside America. Don't judge me.
No, some people say he's in like Antarctica.
No, hey, yo,
I heard some crazy stuff.
I've been on that Antarctica, like secret, like what's going on there, and it's just for the fact that it's just a lot of unscathed land. Right, a lot that if you really want to do something and hide it underneath the ice, and based on technology that we have now, we can survive out there in the ice. It's not like matter of fact, for the fact that our cell phone can burn a hole in our pocket, you should be able to survive. If you know what I'm saying, in Antarctica, dog, just by my cell phone alone, like charge this thing for like 15 minutes and come touch it.
Yeah, don't get a Note 6, man. That thing explode.
You feel me? So we can survive in Antarctica just by the technology.
Someone else knows something.
Remember, they skipped the 7.
Oh yeah. It's like let's do it twice.
Like, good luck.
Right, so going back to that, can white people put other on the thing too? Because if you ask them, oh, what are you? Oh, I'm German, Irish.
I say yes.
Swiss, Dutch.
Yes.
Norwegian and Irish or something like that.
I'm sure we've debunked that whole thing. Like, it don't make sense at the end of the day. Race does not make sense. Ethnicity, as far as like where you're from, makes complete sense.
Yes,
because when you say it from an ethnic standpoint, yes, I'm Jamaican. From an ethnic standpoint, Trevor's Jamaican. From an ethnic standpoint, Dennis, you are Bahamian.
You be Bahamian
easily.
Yeah.
Is it more Haitian or Bahamian?
It's so confusing.
Well, he used to be more Haitian.
Are you more Haitian or Bahamian?
I was just born in Bahamas, but I'm Haitian.
Okay.
So I identify what I'm with, and then I have what my birth certificate says.
Okay. Hey man, that's pretty much it. There was something I was.
Cosby. Why ain't talking about Cosby yet?
Cosby, man.
It's done. Listen, we didn't see that coming.
Yo, I'm gonna say this.
As soon as I saw that the trial was being started,
yo, did you guys get that other thing I just sent you?
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me take a look at that.
Let's look at that. My bad, Downville.
What is it?
I'm gonna show you. I gotta.
Let's talk about it, man.
No, we're gonna talk about it.
Sony,
I just wanted to pull it up.
Warner Brothers. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Prince tried to buy NBC.
No, what the? Let me go back to my messenger.
Wait, Prince tried to buy NBC.
Yeah, wait. I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
It's a good read. I hate sending stuff that I don't know where it went after I sent it.
So Prince mysteriously passed away. We know that.
Well, it's basically saying that it is people who try to acquire things that. All right, come on, where
Your
is
race
it?
not supposed to have.
I wonder what Michael Jackson tried to buy.
It's in there.
There's a lot of things Michael actually.
That's the reason why I want.
What was it? The Beatles catalog.
Yeah,
like the actual catalog, all this stuff.
Yeah, it caused a lot of beef between him and the Beatles.
Damn.
And then who was it? I think it was Lionel Richie.
who has that now?
Or somebody.
Yeah, just said that thing. Where did it go?
They took it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Beatles took it back.
Passed away, like lawyers and stuff. It's not with Michael Jackson's family. For sure.
Okay.
All right, Donville. What it said Michael Jackson tried to buy Sony. He's dead.
Yeah.
Prince tried to buy Warner Brothers. He's dead.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC. He's going to jail for 70 something. Like what? How many years they gave him for?
It could be a
Up
max
to 10
30.
30
because
years.
it's 10 per person.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Or per something. Yeah.
So I want you to understand. So basically, it's people trying to acquire things outside their reach, and it's not they had the money to get it. It's just that they wasn't negotiating it. It's just like I want you to understand. Do you know what Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs died, started feeling sick after he really tried to acquire Disney. When he fully acquired Disney, he basically died.
Well, I mean, you gotta realize these things aren't for sale. How can you buy something that's not for sale?
Well, I mean, he bought it. What you do is you bought majority of the shares, so you're the major shareholder, and that gives you the final say.
Anybody can't just. The thing is, anybody can't just jump in and be like, "Hey, I'm buying shares." Like you can't.
Well, they don't. No, you can, but they don't want you to, because they want it to be a delegated task.
So shares are divided up.
Yeah.
Right. So how can you buy shares that aren't for sale? These shares, there's owners to these shares.
Yeah.
If they're not for sale, you can't buy them.
Well, if they don't want to sell them to you, you can't buy them.
That too.
So that's basically what it is. When you try to acquire something that somebody don't want to sell to you, that's what the issue is. And basically, they had the money to acquire it because some shares are for sale. Like, we have it up for sale, but it's like scare tactics. It's like if I want to walk, this is how much I'll sell it for, right?
Well, I mean, if you don't want your company to be taken over, I mean, you're not going to.
Right. Well, I mean,
market. That's the whole point.
Well,
these aren't companies, and mind you, these aren't companies that are going bankrupt. These companies are doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, I would say look at Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak when they lost Apple. It's like
they didn't lose Apple. They had Steve Jobs always had the Apple shares. Yeah. He just lost his position in Apple. Yeah, which is something that's voted on by the board. I mean, he created that board. Anybody could lose the title of CEO, chairperson easily, because that's something that's voted on.
But he wasn't a majority shareholder anymore. That's what he sold out.
Steve Jobs sold his shares.
No, he sold shares. That's why they were able to take him off the board. He got voted out of that position. As you said, remember Downville?
That's a life hack.
No, all right, Downville. Have you watched any of the Steve Jobs documentaries?
No,
okay, so when you watch a documentary, basically that was a lot of the buying points of people getting into Apple. It was like, we owned the company flat out, but we started selling shares. Like, this is how the board was made up of. Everybody on the board had shares, and basically, he didn't have majority of it anymore. When he lost majority, when he was no longer majority shareholder, they took the CEO position away from him. So that's
I understand what you're saying. It's not you. The CEO position is different. It's voted on every year.
Yeah.
So everyone, like right now, like Facebook, for instance, I have Facebook stocks.
Yeah.
Facebook sent me a letter saying, "Hey, we're gonna have a shareholders meeting, whatever date, and this is how you vote." These are bylaws. You have to vote, and I have to actually go in and say, "Hey, I want Mark Zuckerberg to remain CEO of of Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is how these things work. So to be kicked off, it's a vote thing. It's not. It doesn't matter how many shares you got. If everyone votes and says, "Hey, we don't want you as the CEO," you're not going to be the CEO. Those shares are still yours. You can cash them out. You can keep them if you want.
But at the end of the day,
but you're not the CEO.
Yeah.
It's still a job.
So there's a difference between owner and CEO. I understand and believe what you're saying. I'm gonna look into that too because I know the whole thing happened with Steve Jobs, but I didn't know as far as how his money went.
Yeah, he lost a lot in that.
I mean, Steve,
I want you to remember.
I've been doing research. Steve Jobs, that money's long.
No, but that's one of the reasons why he formed Pixar, because that's how Pixar became. If Steve Jobs did not get kicked out of Apple, we would have never had Pixar.
Exactly. We wouldn't have Incredibles.
We would have never that. But is he true? But that's what he did. Because he didn't agree with the person who was
Jack.
Who's Jack?
What? Have you not watched Incredibles?
No. Yeah.
Oh my
God. Jack's the baby.
Yeah.
You need to watch that.
But now what I'm saying is the same thing happened at Disney when he became majority shareholders of Disney.
Yeah.
Disney changed. That's when that's when the CEO, the person who was controlling Disney before, right? Steve Jobs took him down. Like he was like, "Yo, well, I own more shares in Disney," so. Basically, all the people that as I said, that was voted. I guess based on all the people he had voting on the behalf. It's all politics.
It's political theater. I mean, there's a whole thing. There's things going on behind the curtain that we can't even see. That moves are being made to if someone wants to be in a certain position, they have to do certain things. You know. Yeah. So I understand that. I mean, I didn't even know about that whole. Like Disney thing with Steve Jobs.
He owned majority of the stock, the shares of Disney before he died.
Wow.
So and he basically used Pixar. It's like the same thing. It's like when he used Windows. I think Windows gave him $100 million. Windows kept Apple open
because they sued, right?
No, Steve Jobs needed money, and he called Bill Gates and was like, "Yo, if you have no competition, right? If you have no competition, your product won't sell." And he basically was like, "Okay, I'll loan you the $100 million." So basically, at the end of it, Bill Gates kept Apple open. Mm. So now to think about it, now we don't know what's inside of that contract in $100 million, right? Yeah. But if Bill Gates even bought any stocks or shares into Apple, he's just smiling all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
On both sides of the fence right now, like I bought into this company, I own that, like I own my competition.
I mean, and that's the thing though about the resources that are available to these guys in Silicon Valley. Like, I'm doing this whole research. I'm writing a 25-page paper on Silicon Valley for school. So like,
God, I don't miss that.
Yeah, when you look at what's going on with Silicon Valley and how they're at the level they're at now, it's like it's all a big group thing. It's all a big group thing.
Yeah.
So like these guys are like me and you and Trevor. Let's say we all have our own companies, and we have a problem. I have a problem with my company. And I have this wealth of knowledge right here.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, CN, I got this problem, man. All right, yo, Dom, I can solve it.
Yeah.
Mm. Yo, come over to my office. Let's talk. It's that type of environment. So it's not like they're like, yo, this is my company. It's more like, yo, hey, I was working on this. What do you think about this? Oh, you should try this.
Well, no, that's all right. It's just talking about now. Well, Apple and Windows was like that in the beginning. Yeah. Because in the first Mac, Bill Gates worked with Apple.
They all worked.
They all worked that.
A little computer club. They all did.
Yeah, they all basically did. Yep. And it's just funny to find out. Even for me to find out that Bill Gates didn't create Windows. He bought it from a middle hand dude, like a little dude who basically like making a GUI, because that's what they all are. They're GUIs. Yeah. And Bill Gates bought it and was like, here. It's like because what he did. Steve Jobs showed him what he was going to do with the other version of Apple.
Yo, Apple, because they came out with it already.
Yeah,
and Apple's going to really develop the GUI.
Yeah,
and the Apple II computer. I'm getting my nerd bag.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, but you see, the Apple II. You see, on the Apple One, Bill Gates Bill Gates was part of that first GUI. But in the Apple II,
Apple One, there was no GUI.
There was no GUI. You're right. It was the second one. So when he basically went to another company, I think it was IBM. Because IBM was working. No, but look at it now. If I remember correctly, it may not be the name, but it was something similar. But Steve Jobs went there and saw what these guys were working on. Was like, what you guys are working on, not towards what we were trying to accomplish with computers. Yeah. We need it. We need that. We need this. And he showed it to Bill, and Bill was like, "What? This is what's going on?" And Bill took it around. American Genius. It's a nice documentary on Netflix. American Genius. They talk about a lot of the battles because they basically say these battles is what thrive to make America great, right? Mm-hmm. So I want you to watch the first documentary is Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs. That documentary because Steve Wozniak is my dude, because I feel like everybody know Bill Gates, but no one know who Steve Wozniak is, and he's the person who actually made Apple. Bill Gates was just a salesman.
Steve Jobs, salesman. Steve Wozniak.
Yeah, Steve Wozniak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I mixed them up down there, but basically Steve Jobs was just a salesman. Steve Jobs was just nice at standing on stage and was like, "Let me explain and demonstrate my product," which shows people that it takes more than one person to run an organization.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because Steve Wozniak was the guy who soldered, who did the motherboard, who did all the work and put it together. Steve Jobs was just like, "Yo, imagine if we can combine this." And he's like, "All right, well, you know what? I can probably do that." Yeah. So he made it happen and he sold it. But then at the end of the tape, everybody knows who Steve Jobs is. Nobody know if you don't know who Steve Wozniak is, it's like you don't know nothing about Apple.
Yeah, it's okay. But
yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And he's a real creator. Like,
oh yeah.
Imagine your best friend walking to your garage and was like, "Yo, what you working on?" "Look, I'm making this little thing so I can play with." And that's how Apple created.
That's what the first Apple, they built it.
Yeah.
And then it was basically I'm getting back into my geek bag, my nerd bag.
Go open it.
And they had these microprocessors. So they had these microprocessors, they bought for like $20.
Yeah.
And which was like super cheap. But the thing about these microprocessors is that they can actually program them and do whatever they wanted to do with them. So they went ahead and said, "Okay, we're gonna actually program and write our own operating system." Put it on the microprocessor, and it was all on one single circuit board, which was like just cost effective, and just sold it to their friends. Like, "Yo, I got this thing. It was like $600. And like, "Yo, y'all want to buy it? Okay." And they just sold it back and forth between their friends.
Yeah,
that's all it really was at the time.
Yeah, Downville. I'm promoting that documentary. It's a special. Yeah. Each one of these is probably 45 minutes to an hour long. Mm-hmm. You'll watch it. It's nice. Especially the one about Nikola Tesla. Because to show that Nikola Tesla died with $0 in his pocket for his company to be dominating the world where it is right now.
Crazy stuff.
Like, no family, there's no inheritance for his money.
But Nikola Tesla, he never wanted anybody to be paying for electricity. He was I want this stuff to be free.
Yeah.
It should be free. And them guys came in and was like, "Nah, man.
We're making this, that Cardi B, you're making this money."
Yeah.
Gotta make this money.
Yo. So, I mean, going back to this whole, Bill Cosby thing, he tried to buy stuff, but, I mean, I don't know, man. When you, it's like, yo, things come back to you in life, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people, all praise to Bill, man. He made the Cosby Show. Amazing show. Amazing things came from that, man. But a lot of people in the industry was like, "Oh, he treated people a certain way.
Yeah,
he was above everybody." People. And when you do that, you might be above everybody right now, but it's not always gonna be like that, And life has a certain way of just forcing you down to that path of humility.
I would keep it real. I want you guys to realize it. Ever since Hef died, every one of these old boys is getting caught. I'm serious. Hef had ways to keep.
Hef knows stuff.
No, but it's not even that Hef knows stuff. Hef was keeping people in check. Whoever all these people is who's who's coming forward now, the person who had their secret don't got their secret number. Look at Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson was known to be getting smashed by a couple people up in the Playboy Mansion. Now she's a big advocate of I'm a part of the Me Too generation. Bill did it to me too. But I want you to understand, Hef died, and all their secrets died with Hef. Literally, Weinstein, every one of this, they were all good. Hef died, and it's like Pandora's box got open. The person who had the key, left, and every one of them just keep getting outed.
I think it's a good thing, man. Hey, we don't need those.
It's a good thing,
you know what I'm saying?
All
these major positions. I mean, Like one thing about having a position of power is that your intentions need to be righteous. Even if you're not a Christian, or you might not have any type of
you gotta have some morals,
religious views, you have to walk righteously, and that means making the right decisions because people's lives are at risk. And if you're doing some crazy stuff like Weinstein's and said, I'm not even gonna repeat what the crazy things that have been said, but the crazy things Weinstein has done and said, man, that type of person does not need to be in any type of position of power at all.
Yeah, but I mean, I want you to remember, these people are the people who actually has given us what we want in certain instances. I mean, a lot of them, when you think about movies, music, you feel me?
You said I wanted it. This has been offered.
It was just
that's
offered.
True. That's a whole other conversation.
That's what they offer.
Yeah.
If somebody goes and offers you McDonald's every day of your life, and you've never tasted, you know what I'm saying,
fine wine or fine food,
real good food from Whole Foods, what are you gonna quote unquote want? You're gonna want that McDonald's.
Yeah, I feel you, because if I've never ate some Jamaican food and I was raised in McDonald's, it would have a whole other conversation. Yeah. Man, matter of fact, I want some.
This food is overseas.
Man, where's our bite squad? We ordered some food, man.
Did we order?
No, we didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I've been hungry for a long time.
We ordered the week.
No, because I just clicked record.
I've been twitching since I've been hungry.
I wasn't hungry earlier, but now I'm hungry.
No, we're gonna figure that out. But all right, so we hit.
Shout out Spy Squad.
Yeah, we're gonna have. Food. I can't say. Is it Chris Palmer? But what is his position?
He owns it's a franchise, but he owns the.
Like Melbourne?
Franchise down here, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely gotta have him on here and give us discounts.
Yeah, we definitely want to have some interviews.
And discounts.
Yeah, we got a couple people who are trying to get in here. You know, we're going to try to kick some knowledge to people.
Yeah.
You feel me? I mean, everybody... guys, I want to say this. If there's one thing you're going to get from this podcast, it's a little bit for everybody.
Yeah. All right, we need to add some ratchet. What was that one post you had?
Oh, yo, that joint said, if you...
Closer to the bike.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, so if you have a black ice air freshener in your car, it's 1,000% sure you're a felon.
Oh man! You know how much people has that?
Yeah,
I had it.
I'm rocking with the oils, man.
In the car?
They got the plug.
Really?
You could put your little oils in, plug it in.
I'm doing the oil right now over there.
Oh, yo, all right, you see how you guys talking about that? Right, yo, there's a picture that I saw when, and it was like, yo, it was a picture of an ugly girl. Not saying I'm hating on ugly girls, but you know what? It was like you damn near well know it. I don't know nobody like you as my friend. I love that one. I keep it real.
What?
Yo, I love that because I was like, yo. I looked at the picture. I was like, "Yo, we definitely don't know each other."
Oh man, yeah, we talked about everything.
Yeah, this was a good episode, man. Episode 1.
Yeah,
this was good. We're gonna keep doing it, man. Every week.
Yeah,
we're gonna be dropping episodes. And right now, we're really just doing like a beta test for.
Yeah, we vibing, guys.
We're not putting anything out, but we're putting it out to our peoples. You know what I'm saying? Our friends.
Yeah, so we know we want. Yo, give us some feedback.
If you're listening to it, you're one of my 20 friends.
Yeah,
I have more friends than that.
No, that means look, keep it real. That means if you listen, that means you loyal.
Exactly. It means you're a friend of the family.
You special.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate
you're well
you.
Connected.
I learned.
Believe it, you've been listening to some Drake songs too.
Okay, we're losing. All right. So yeah, if you like this episode, it's not public, but you're more welcome to share it with your friends, share it with your family.
Yeah.
And just hit us up on our Instagram. It's OnePot Podcast. So link us up. We got our website. I don't want to give it out right now.
Yeah, but I mean, and definitely, guys, because I mean, we're gonna want feedback. Feedback is a thing because we want questions. And sometimes if somebody asks the questions and we don't have it and you got the answers, help us out with the answers. I mean, knowledge is power. We all can learn from each other. That's one thing we want to promote here. You feel me?
Don't worry about sensitive topics because I love answering those types of questions.
Yes.
That's right. We don't care about
give us the hard stuff.
Yes. Yeah, give it to us. And look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a researcher, so give me something to look up. You feel me? I'll get back to you.
I will give my honest opinion on it.
Yes.
All right. So let's my contact information. I'm Donville Tomlinson. I keep it real simple. Just DonVille TOMLINSON on Instagram. Hit me up. Cian, what's your...
Well, on Instagram, you can find me. It's Beyond the Cloud. It's just like you're going beyond, BEYOND, the clouds. Hit me up or find me on Facebook, Cornelius Walker.
Nice. Dennis?
You can hit me up on Instagram, Lord_Shinobi. Check out my artwork and stuff. Facebook, Dennis Daniel. Like I said, hit me with any questions or anything like that. I'll be more than happy to answer. Shout out to the girls, by the way.
Yeah.
We gotta represent for the girls.
For real.
Right.
Ciao.
On real, I had to look up what my Instagram name was again. But anyway,
King Curve.
No, that's that. Yeah, that is too. But no, Junior_Trev. Spell out Junior JUNIOR_Trev. Facebook, don't. So yeah, that's about it.
Call him King Curve because he's an airbender. Foolishness.
Yo, you get.
Should I take that as a compliment or an insult?
Compliment.
Okay, thank you.
Trevor don't mess with
What's the foolishness? Oh, okay, I get it. Actually, there we go.
That's so.
All
I was trying to curve somebody. All right, guys. Yo, looking forward next week. I want to leave it on a positive note, everybody. Yo, smile a lot. Feel me? Lose a couple pounds. Have a good one, guys.
Peace.